Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to shave down these overdrive weights. At some point we'll make them this way. It's no big deal. It helps get our belt back in the position that your stock roller weight would be, and has no bearing on the top. If you wanted to explain to you, I'd be glad to, but more so this video is about how to do it, not why to do it. So let's get started real quick. Okay, I take my calipers, okay, and I put the flat side on the leading edge. Alright, and I can tell you right now, if you'll look at this, see how it comes to a point right here? This is where we're going to do most of our work. Right now we're at 1.123, okay? Now where I'm going to take material off is right here. Now I'm going to do it two different ways. One's on my belt sander. I'm going to show you how I do it real quick. Turn it sideways and I get right on this bump. I knock it down sideways. Alright, then I turn my weight around and I look straight down at it, trying to sand it off square. And then you'll see I'm making I'm rolling over just a little bit. Alright, I've done this enough, I kind of know where to stop. It makes a little frilly things there. I take my caliper and I measure again. I'm shooting for 1.07. Ain't quite there. Measure it again. I'm right there at it, 1.07. Now, we'll just try to clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna square it up, round it off, clean my side off. And that one, as far as using a belt sander, is done. Okay, my old and first method, and probably more accurate as far as getting them all the same, I got a 9/16 socket, and I'm going to slide 4 of them together on this 9/16 socket. It's kind of stiff. Your 9/16 may not be this stiff. Then I'm going to get them all square lined up like one solid piece, and then I take an orbital sander. I got some 220 grit paper here. Alright, and then I'm going to do all 4 of them at the same time. Now this is a slow method. It's probably more accurate for somebody who's doing it the first time, but you just basically, if you'll watch, see how I'm kind of the top's off a little bit. And we just, this way, like so, and then you can keep rounding your edge off. Alright, and basically you just continue to do this, and you might want to stop, take your caliper, and measure the 1.07, and just continue that method right there until you get it down. And then, once if you was to sit here and do it just straight, like so, it would form a ledge right here, and at that point you just round it off. Okay, I want to show you guys the difference between one that's sanded and one that's not. Okay, alright, now here's one that has been. You see how that's, well, let's get the one we have not. Alright, see how that gap is right there and how it comes to a point right here. Now we're taking roughly 50 thousandths of material off the back side. Alright, see how it kind of closes it up with a little bit of gap here at the top. Can't even hold on to it. Alright, either way, it's kind of almost makes it flat here, but you're going to be concentrating your efforts from here to here, and that's that one spot where it hits that sheave where I showed you is what we're worried about. And so it's rounded, and we come down and almost make it flat, and then just round that off a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys why we do this. Here's our cutaway view. This is a regular stock size weight. You see this gap right here? Alright, when I put our overdrive weight in as is, this gap is taller, which means it pushes the sheave out a little bit, okay? And that's keeping our belt a little higher in the drive pulley and a little bit lower in the driven pulley, okay? Now, let me pull this out. Put one I haven't done in there yet. Okay, now I don't know if you can tell the difference, but point is there is a difference. Alright, see there is a little bit of a more gap here, okay? And so if you'll look right here where I shaped the other weight, what it allows it to do is sit further back this way, lets plate go down. Alright, now here's the one we just sanded, and if you'll notice now, that gap is back to basically where it was with the stock weight, and it has zero effect on moving out and giving our overdrive that we want. So it fixes the problem. At some point they would just be made like that, and then we won't have to do this anymore. Unfortunately we can't get some back, swap them out, because you can sand them off. It has no bearing on it, won't hurt a thing. We've been doing it on our own stuff we race with, other people's before we send them out, so forth and so on. Some people don't even need it. You know, if they got them to go fast, and that's what they're for. But people who got the big tires, heavy tires, blah blah blah, they need that very bottom, and they can't afford to lose any. So at some point, like I said, we'll make them that way. Until then, if you need to modify yours, this is just down and dirty, quick way to do it. If you got any questions, give me a call here at Hunterworks, or better yet, email me, Todd at hunterworks.com.